Seems fair. Ay. Okay, let's see. What do we have? What else can I talk about? Any ideas? Oh yeah, I could talk about Lost Ark. Lost Ark. Valorant. What else? Manga? That sounds too cliche. Anime. Wait, what anime there is there? What I'm watching currently? Komi-san? Oh yeah. That should fill the list for now. I've also... Alright. We can throw this one away. Now. It is weird with the table, but you know, it's a setting I wanted to try. Alright. Where do I have to look? There? Here? I don't know. I'll just constantly look at myself with that. I think there I can look, yeah. Alright, so, fair enough. I've always wanted to do something like that. And I always kept pushing it back because, I don't know, who wants to see a guy and just talk to himself? No one. But I can make it interesting, hopefully, or maybe so that some people will listen to it while going to work or doing something, I don't know, that, and they need someone to talk behind them, next to him. I don't know. I don't know what people listen to or what when they listen to shit like that. Essentially, what I always wanted to do is a podcast type of thing. Problem here is, first of all, I am too shy to ask my English friends about that. And all my non-English friends, they said yes, but so far we didn't get a chance, and I don't know even if they wanna still do it. And even if you wanna do it, I don't know if they can and wanna do it in English. So and now that it's been quite a while since I always wanted to do one by myself, I just thought about why not just do it myself, you know, just me, myself, and I. Me and my other 3 personalities, because I have a lot of them. How one says, you're never alone when you have your other selves, even crazy ones. Yeah. I mean, for now, it's just me about me chatting shit about whatever comes to my mind. And I'm streaming them because I want you guys to be integrated into this, as it's only me talking, and that would be boring after a while. So I said to myself, why not make this me chatting shit about myself and whatever I want to chat shit about, but with input from eventually you guys, everyone that want to watch and want to give some input or not, depending if you want to give input or not. So yeah, here I am. Probably we're gonna get interrupted every now and then, but that's also the magic of live streaming, right? You can never plan anything, but whatever, I don't even give a shit anymore. I just wanted to do it finally, because you know how it is, you always put up something and you want to do it, and then you're like, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and then you never do it. So I'm like, now I'm gonna do it. I wanted to do it yesterday, but then Lost Ark came in, and Valorant, you know, two games I'm very hooked up on currently, especially Lost Ark. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to do that. As well as with YouTube videos, I always wanted to do YouTube videos and continue with them, but then I have no content because I don't do shit, I don't record shit, and I don't know what to edit. So there is nothing on that side as well. And then I wanted to do this shit, what I'm currently doing, but then I was like always, I'm gonna put it off to tomorrow, and then I'm gonna prepare it tomorrow, and then again tomorrow, you know, it's always tomorrow, blah, 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 blah. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck knows at this point anymore? So, yeah. Whatever the talks, whatever it is. What I have put down a list because I have things I want to talk about. So, first of all, is I wanted to talk about, do you need something to let you stay awake? So, that topic came actually up at work. And you know why? I have no idea why. But, essentially, you're at work. Most of your colleagues drink coffee. Or you yourself as well, probably. I don't know. I don't know if you guys drink coffee. I don't. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink energy drinks. I just purely water. I just wake up, hate my life, and move on. Drink water, and that's it. So, one of the colleagues at work was like, so what actually lets you stay awake in the morning? I'm like, well, that's a good question. What does let me stay awake in the morning? What does let you guys stay awake in the morning besides maybe coffee or something? Because essentially, yes, coffee does wake you up to some extent. People say, oh, don't talk to me before my first coffee, or don't talk to me before, I don't know what they're gonna drink, tea. That's also now a colleague of mine drinks tea. Why not? But eventually, is there something you need to keep yourself, or to let yourself get awake? Do you say it like that? I don't know if you say it that way. But do you need something? I don't know. I thought about it, but then I thought maybe it is morning food, maybe it's chocolate. I don't know. Could be chocolate, because most of the things I do at the morning is eat Nutella or like cacao, drink cacao, muesli, essentially. Maybe that's the thing that gets me awake. But then again, I still am very tired. I don't know how it is with coffee. I never drank coffee. I only tasted it once, and it tasted like shit. And probably I shouldn't say that too loud, because I'm an Italian living with an Italian family, obviously. And I don't know. I might get crucified for this. But, you know, I only tasted like when I was 14 or some shit. My taste could change, and maybe changed, who knows. But that's not a problem here. The problem here is I'm not drinking currently coffee, and neither am I drinking tea or energy drinks to that regard, meaning that not even energy drinks technically are currently keeping me awake in the morning. So being, maybe it is coffee, maybe it is chocolate. But chocolate, then again, does that keep me awake? Because I only eat it a little bit, and then not a lot of it. And even without it, I could still stay awake, you know? And, you know, do shit. and stare. I don't know. I don't know. Do you need something? There did we evolve to a state where it's like I need to have something in the morning, else I'm just not gonna be able to stay awake and just fall asleep on my chair at work or not wake up at all. Then to the next question is if you need coffee to wake up in the morning or like to stay awake in the morning, what happens when you wake up? Because obviously you don't have coffee when you wake up instantly. You wake up, you make yourself something to eat, or you're not making yourself something to eat, but then you make yourself some coffee. But some people don't even do that. They just wake up, go to work, and then have their first coffee. Meaning, what do you do between that? Do you just fall asleep? That's I don't know. Or is it a time period where it's like, if I don't have my coffee in the next 2 hours after I'm awake, I will fall asleep? Or is it, you know what I mean? I don't know if you guys need something. I don't think I need something, but like I said again, it might be the coffee that I am. It might be the chocolate that I'm having. But that gave me a lot of thoughts. So I was like, actually, that's a good question. What do people need to stay awake in the morning? And then again, if you wake up during weekends, okay? If you wake up during weekends, do you need coffee then? Because technically, you're then you slept in, right? You could sleep all the time you want. Let's say you can sleep all the time you want because sometimes you have to do shit. And let's say it's a Sunday, okay? And you can sleep, I don't know, from till 6 p.m. in the afternoon, just because you can technically. And do you and you wake up then? Do you still need coffee? Because then is it more like staying awake, or is it more something like, yeah, I just need it because for the sake of needing it? Nah, see? And now my brain is fucked, and for whoever listens to this, maybe brains is also fucked. If not, well, then I'm just weird, and welcome to me. Next thing. I have just written down painting. Yes, that wasn't smart from me. Probably just watching paint dry. We could do that. Watching paint dry. But how fun is that? Actually, that gives me an idea now. What people often say, you could just watch paint dry, right? Watching paint dry is confusing to me. For one thing, to watch paint dry, you first need to apply the paint, right? And I just helped my family to paint the kitchen. That shit's not fucking boring. That shit's fucking hard as fuck. Watching paint dry will just probably be boring as fuck. But then again, I watched it a little bit, and the walls fucking eat that paint like a fucking. They drink it. Holy shit, I never experienced it. Like, we had yellow walls before, right? And I painted it white. And that shit just. What? It just. All gone. And it was a little bit yellow then again. And I'm like, wait. I need it multiple times? What do you mean I need to paint it multiple times? I thought it was just one thing. Since when do walls fucking have thirst? What? Did I miss a page? Did I miss 2 pages? What was happening? Why was it just fucking drinking the paint? Then again, it was pretty funny, pretty hilarious, because my dog fell into the paint bucket, and then he is white, but then he became whiter. Yeah, that was funny. Until we had to wash him, that wasn't fun anymore because he hates that. But yeah, I mean, technically, we could have just left him there, because from white to white, not much changes, right? So, I mean, technically, he couldn't get dirty then. Could he get dirty? Maybe he could get dirty. I feel like we're getting ganked soon by my dad. We'll see soon. 2, 3. Ah. Alright, now that my dad thinks I'm very weird because I just explained to him that I'm talking to myself, we can continue, right? Oh, for fuck's sakes, what am I doing with my life? Alright, moving on. Oh, that actually brings me to my next point, which I wrote down. It's just like, are you happy? Currently, no. No, I'm not. I don't know how about you guys, but I don't know what it is about this, but when you set yourself goals and you never reach them, isn't it kind of frustrating? I don't know how it is moving on. Yes, it's just a little bit of ranting now, but you know, if you set yourself some goals and then you don't accomplish that, not even the mini goals, how can you move on? How can you just continue? Can you just continue? I don't know. It is very hard to continue, to be honest then. I don't want it to get depressing or anything. I just want to point that out because imagine you try something your whole life and then every goal you set, you're just destined to fail. That is depressing. God damn, I should make that as a poem. Or as a t-shirt. Oh, no, that wouldn't probably come well. Moving on. Oh yeah, Lost Ark Valorant, already talked about that. I'm very hooked up in Lost Ark, very hooked up in Valorant currently. I have no idea what I'm doing besides playing these games when I come home currently. Oh well, I'm also doing something else, like that's a different point later on, alright? So technically that's not how a conversation works if it's a different point. Well, we just put it in one, right? Yeah, let's just put it in one. Alright, so currently I'm playing Lost Ark, right? Quite a lot. And Valorant, which is not that quite a lot. But Valorant is kind of frustrating because it... yeah. I'm not as good in Valorant. I used to be silver. Now I'm bronze. Hard stack. Hehe. Which I don't mind. I just play the game for the fun of it. Usually I always cared for ranks and I always tried my best and climbing them and shit like that, man. Oh my god, that was frustrating and hard. And that was exhausting, guys. I'm telling you, that shit's exhausting. If you just care for rank, what I did a lot of time in League, and I never grew out of it in League at least, it was exhausting. To be fair, at one point, I consider myself to be at least a gold player. I know a lot of you are like, League gold player, Lamau, it isn't that high. Well, I don't care. Alright? So for everybody else that doesn't know, League has multiple ranks, and the worst one being Iron. And then you climb up with Bronze being the second lowest, Silver, Gold, and you climb that higher. And I was the third lowest for Silver, you know. So I was stuck in Silver 1 for quite a lot. And I always wanted to prove I'm at least worth Gold. And there's subdivisions, so gold 4 is the lowest of gold, but at least gold, you know. And I always tried to prove it, but my mindset became then more like, I'm trying to prove everybody else that I am gold and a gold player, and then I'm not as shit as everybody says. And to be fair, silver is not that shit. Yes, it is not the best ranks, but neither is gold. I'd say even so the difference between silver 1 and gold 4 probably is slim to none. But I don't know. I set myself to goal. To be fair, I just wanted to reach it once just to see. Yeah, I did it. I actually got better. But that actually hurt myself more because at one point, yes, I feel like I was a gold 4, maybe gold 3 player, but after a while, it was more like I became worse at the game because only thing I cared about was climbing and not actually improving myself. So, meaning, I started to play worse. I started to not look at my mistakes anymore and just in general have a shit time at the game. So I didn't even enjoy the game itself anymore. So at this point I was like, why am I still playing it, you know? Which is fair. But I still had fun to some extent playing this game, or at least I convinced myself that I have fun. But it wasn't like this. And now that I've almost haven't played this season, at least this season I think I haven't played ranked at all. I just the game in itself, I didn't have any fun anymore. I just ruined it myself. Yes, League can be fun. I'm down to play with friends every now and then, but alone and not anymore. And for sure, I'm not grinding it anymore because that train already is gone, and I don't think I'll ever want to experience that again. And then came Valorant. Valorant kind of was my replacement to League. I also enjoy it still quite a lot, and especially voice chat. I mean, in voice chat, man, oh my god, that shit's hilarious sometimes. If you want to flame people, then you can just go ahead and you don't have to type a man to just to fucking book just to talk to the other guy or just flame him. You can just talk shit about them like I'm currently talking with my mouth, what we're used to, blah blah blah. But besides that, you also meet nice people sometimes. And that's actually one thing I like about Valorant. Yes, there are a lot of toxic people, just like in every fucking game. But the nice people is or I'd say, what I barely got in League at least. I have to say, now I've been playing a year, maybe a year and a half. Since when did Valorant come out? Maybe 2 years now. I started with the beta when Valorant announced it. When Riot Games announced it, because obviously being a League player, I followed Riot Games. And I was always interested because I always was interested as well in CSGO. And I was like, yeah, I want to see, and I wanted to try FPS games. Yes, FPS games are not my genre. I know that very much. I enjoyed them, but they're not my genre. Regardless that point, I was like, oh my god. But then I met the community. And at first, yes, the community was just like the League community, but a little bit toned down. I don't know what. It got worse again, obviously, because people now are grinding harder and obviously get toxic because they've become like me. They just get frustrated when they don't win, when a teammate doesn't perform, or you just get monkeys because sometimes you question the evolution where it happened while playing some of these games. But it still happens for me as well. I still sometimes question if the evolution ever happened for some of these players I get in my team or in the enemy team. But obviously, of course, they always land on my team. That's not the point. But the thing is, now I enjoy Valorant. And one thing I said to myself was, yes, I want to play ranked, and I don't want to grind it though. So meaning I play ranked just to see something at the end of the game. I gained ranks or I lost ranks. Obviously it's frustrating when you only start to lose. Well, then you obviously don't. Either you have a bad day or you're not supposed to be there, because a good player obviously climbs. But that's also a hard reality I had to face. Meaning, it is hard, yes. But I've seen that I enjoy this way more than I have ever had with League. And it could be just because of the other points as well. Might as well just be because of that. But since I don't let it get to me anymore, I also feel like it's just a game just like every other. Sure, I get heated every now and then. You can watch my live streams. You have seen surely plenty of times where I just play Valorant. I'm losing the shit, but it's just the heat of my moment, But at the end of the day, I just still try to improve myself and just try to have a good time. Other than League, I got really frustrated, and there are still clips on my channel here where you can see that. That's a complete different frustration going on there, and you can compare them if you want to. I compared that because I was curious. Like, yes, I get frustrated in Valorant. Obviously, like everybody does when you start losing and losing and losing and losing. You eventually just, you can't take it anymore. But it was really, really different. In League, I took it to my heart. It was like, oh man, I'm really shit. I'm like, I can't do this. I always blame the teammates. I said to myself, like, look, even if I'm carrying, I can't turn this game. I mean, yes, because like I said, I'm a gold player, and a gold player probably can't carry a silver game. So what was I expecting? but it was just frustrating. Now I know, yes, in Valorant I'm probably more like silver player. I'm stuck at bronze, but that's part of it. Yes, even if I should be or would be a silver player, I single-handedly can't carry a bronze game because the margin of that between a silver and a bronze player is slim to none. There's practically none. Sure, maybe bronze 1, there's a difference to silver 1. I don't know, maybe a little bit. But since I'm more in the midfield spectrum, like low silver, high bronze, that's where I am currently. And that's where I'm stuck. But I accepted it. And I just have more fun with the game. Yeah. And then I also started playing a lot of Lost Ark, which I currently have open because I want to continue playing it after I've done with my talk session. So if you want to stick around for that, you're free to do so. Just as a reminder again, if any one of you guys want to just hop into this talk, just hop in, share your opinion, share what you want to say to me, whatever you want to say. I'm always happy to listen. That's why I want to do this now. I want to do, I feel like once a week, stream where I do this, and then my other streams are back to normal. Back to my old self, back to just me streaming or not streaming. So you either see me once a week live or multiple times a week, depending how I'm feeling or if I want to talk about shit. Yeah, but also Lost Ark is interesting. I always wanted to play MMOs. Was a big fan. I played Guild Wars 2 back then when I was in school in 10th grade. Was my first MMO, to be fair. Guild Wars 2, and it was really fun, though it got boring because I didn't know there were dungeons and raids and shit like that. So what I did was eventually just explore the quests and whatever the world offered, and I even bought the expansion pack, but that was it. I never played more than that, and I didn't like the combat system, to be fair. I played a mage, if anyone is wondering. I played the mage, and I didn't like the combat system of Guild Wars 2 either. Might have been because I played the mage, but it was just too slow for me, and I was like, yeah, and then I lost interest. But to be fair, I still sunk on quite a lot of time, especially because I was playing with my friends. It's always more fun with friends, right? But I sank quite a lot of time in it, and I think it was like 50, 100 hours max probably in Lost Ark. And then I was like, that's not suiting it. And then I had a break, and I think somewhere along the way I tried out Black Desert Online, which has a really good combat system, respect to that, but I got overwhelmed for it. I was like, oh, I love this. And then as soon as I got so many options, I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do anymore. And then I just quit. Before even getting to any dungeons or anything. I didn't have any story, or I don't know what I did there exactly. I was overwhelmed by the fucking combat system that I just quit. And then I had Swords of Legends. It was I think it's a Chinese MMO that was also migrating to Europe, and it was fun. Also sunk in 100 hours around that into that game, but the problem with that game was they released it in an unfinished state, I would say. The combat system was fine, wasn't the best, it was good. Dungeons were alright. There weren't any raids. There weren't any raids or anything because they were coming out at a later patch. So when I was playing it, I played it, I think, for around 3 weeks a month, and I reached max level end game, and I did all the raids. I joined a guild, and it was fun with the guild as well. I enjoyed talking with the people, but essentially that was it. There was no real events anymore, nothing really to do, just wait. And since I didn't really understand how the system there worked with grinding shit, and it never really explained one, I also just fell out of it. And I was like, oh, that was disappointing, because I enjoyed it. And especially the flying a bit. Oh my god, the flying mountains. I don't know what it is with flying or wings or whatever it is. I just enjoy the shit out of it. Okay, give me a game where you can fly, where you have wings, and I just say shut up and take my money. All right, just shut up and take my money. I will play this game. But the Swords of Legends had that, but at the end it couldn't carry it, which was sad. But I mean, it is what it is. I tried it out, and as well, it wasn't free, so I paid for it. I paid quite a lot of it. Okay, but we're not here to talk about that. I let's say I got my money's worth of play time for what I played, for what I paid. Regardless of that, then I wanted to still find an MMO, but you know, I was like, I don't know. I had now Guild Wars 2, Black Desert Online, Swords of Legends. Then friends of mine were playing Final Fantasy 14, which at least I didn't want to give it a try. I then tried it out. It is alright. I got lost in the world. To be honest, yes, I am stupid. I have no idea how the world system works. The map. It's confusing me. I'm stuck somewhere in a city where I don't know where to get out. I have somewhere a question marker, and I tried to reach that. I shit you not, 1 hour, 2 hours just to find that quest. And I think I even had to Google it, or even ask my friends to just show me the way, like where am I supposed to go? And that shit's frustrating for me. So I didn't continue playing it, especially because you have to pay monthly. I was like, I'm not really a fan of games where I have to pay monthly, especially if I don't know if I'm gonna play that month that much. You know, it's just I don't want to do that. Subscription based things, I don't know what it is with that, but they intentionally do it that you forget about so many subscriptions. So at the end of the month, it's like you get your salary, and then it's like every subscription is like, yep, that's mine, and that's mine. Netflix here, with Disney here, Amazon there, and then game subscriptions, this subscription, Xbox Game Pass, you know, maybe PlayStation Online, and then you have this shit and this shit, you know, and then you're left like with $100, and you're like, nice. And now I have to buy food. But yeah, I feel like the subscription system is getting kind of out of hand. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I don't like the subscription base. I'd rather pay 160 or 70 euros, or like PlayStation does for what I care. And then it's just done. And then don't hit me with the fucking Bell Pass skins and whatnot. You cannot do this to me. You cannot say to me, I pay you 60 euros, 70 euros, alright? Whatever that is. And then you also, on top of that, limited to fucking battle pass and skins and here and loot boxes, and which I can buy to get more skins or shit like that, to a game I already paid. Man, what is this? No, that is not right, and that shouldn't be right. Because that is wrong. Why? You already ate so much of my fucking money. That means I want gameplay, and I want a game that is completed, and I want skins that I can earn. Yes, I get that you have to earn some shit, and that technically the game is complete. But I cannot be happy with something when I know there's a skin that I can never get as long as I don't pay for it. Right? So I paid for this game, and I should get all the content that there is in it, right? Right? Alright, we can argument it differently. They made an update, alright? So the content technically I bought was without the update, and the update gets a new skin. Right, I still paid for the game, didn't I? So shouldn't there be a way then in the game, or a mechanic in the game, where I should be able to work my way to get that reward, even if it takes more hours or some shit like that? Shouldn't there be a way? Like, yes, you can. I don't even care if there's a system where it's like, oh yeah, here, pay 5 euros and you get that skin, alright? Or play 100 hours and you get that skin as well. I wouldn't even mind that. Sure, it's it's debatable on how do we want to do this and how do we implement this, because 100 hours is quite a lot, and some games like EA went with 2,000 hours or I don't know what not to get that unlocked. But the point is still, my point is, as long as you paid for the game and there is some way of getting that skin or getting the car or whatever, the content, okay, that you paid for in-game while playing, I don't have a problem with it. Yes, it's a complete different thing if it's like, yes, but what if it takes 1,000 hours? Yes, sure, maybe you can say no, that's too much, or 2,000 hours or whatnot. The tweaking is not the problem here. The problem is here that a lot of skins, after you bought the game, are not, you cannot have them until you pay again. Right? I find that not correct. That's not correct, man. I don't like that. Why are games like this? So, I mean, I went on a fucking rant here. But it's frustrating because I get free-to-play games that they need to somehow maintain the servers, maintain the developers, and all that shit, you know, right? I'm happy with that. I'm happy that they're doing battle pass. I'm happy that they have paid content. Yes, sure, they have to maintain sometimes themselves. I mean, League of Legends is a free game. Yes, the skins are kind of rigged sometimes with the 10,000 Lux skin and the 10,000 Ezreal skin. But that's like, again, a complete different story. It's a free-to-play game, and technically you can play the game without having to buy any skin. Here also the point, there should never be a game that's pay to win. Just no. Fuck those games. Really, fuck them. Pay to win is the worst game. These are the worst games out there. Fuck you, pay to win games. But free to play is, in my opinion, good. All right, they somehow need to make money. Understandable. But then, like I said, that's not the problem. And even then, I feel like a lot of the free to play games still have content that you can have, or skins that you can buy, or cards, or whatever, like I said, you can earn by just playing. They shouldn't, maybe not that fancy, but at least you get something for your time, you know. Or we could also argue here they should maybe put in a lot of more time for these people, or like the free-to-play content, because sure, the player base does make a difference, but at the end, you can't tell a developer or a fucking studio, yeah, here with the player base you're gonna finance the servers. That's not how it works at the end of the day. Sadly, everything is ruled about money, and so they somehow has to make money. And if skins sell good, they're just gonna produce more skins, which makes sense. All right, enough about that. I feel like that's what most people agree with me here. If not, you can commentate. Please tell me. Please tell me what is your opinion about these games, because I feel like people just nowadays accept it. It's like free-to-play game. Alright, so it's probably pay to win, skins, battle pass. Do I want to play that? Do I want to live with this? It's a good game, so why not? And then they just live with it. To be fair, pay to win, most people don't live with it, but because it is kind of really hard rigged. These games are worse. Do you even call them games? They're just scams. But besides that, the point still remains. I feel like, I don't know if I know I'm not the only one thinking like this, but I don't know why people still sell for sometimes like this. Yes, there are people that probably are addicted, just like me when I was with League of Legends back then, and people that are probably delusional, like I could be at some games, or I was with League of Legends a while ago, where it's like, it's not that bad. Then it's a bad example again, because League of Legends is not a bad game. It is trying to balance itself out, and it's making questionable decisions, but at the end of the day, it's never pay to win. Yes, some skins are like, hey, you can get more information from that, but they're just humans. We can never forget, they're human beings, just like us, developing these games. Yes, they are like trying the best sometimes, and they fail sometimes miserably at it, but at least they're trying to make the best out of it. Then again, there are just companies that are greedy, but we don't talk about these, you know. Companies that are greedy should just, I don't know, not exist. But sadly, that's also what works. Because you know what? Because if companies that are greedy, they are dirty. They're just like the devil. They know exactly how to make you buy that game, how to make you spend that money. Because they analyze your psychology. They analyze you to the fucking depths. Look at EA. Look at fucking, I don't know, any other company that is. Look at Codemasters, man. Any Formula 1 gamers out here knows exactly what I'm going on about. 19, 20, 21, 22, probably the same shit all over again. Peer-to-peer, why? Peer-to-peer, why? Peer-to-peer. It's just worse and worse. Why are we still buying that game? Because it's a new game, it's a different year, maybe there's hope, I don't know, maybe we're just fucking delusional. Who the fuck knows why we're still buying that? But it works. And why should the companies then change? Why should they say, oh yeah, we could spend millions of monies on server now, or hear me out, we don't, and we still get the same amount of sales and more profit, and we won't need to spend that much amount of money for servers. Yes, the games will be more well received, but we lost money towards the end. So I don't know, I don't have the numbers, but I would argue F1 2019 compared to F1 2021, they probably made them same amount of money, even though people quit. Yes, I don't think they lost a lot of money. Sure, every now and then people quit, but also new people came, and then they just, yeah, same amount of money, nothing changed. And that's which I really hope with 2022 actually changes with F1 at least and Codemasters. But then they got bought by EA, so the hope was kind of lost because EA only focuses on money. But I mean, we can hope, but also the hope should be limited, and hope and being delusional are two different things, guys. And I just stopped now. To be fair, I really want to buy F1 2022 now, but I'm very skeptic, and I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. I'm hyped for the F1 manager though, because that's not gonna get developed. It's currently not developed by Codemasters. It's developed by a different company, and that game might be good. Also, that's also a good fucking point. We should buy more games from indie developers, because they still try to prove themselves, and they still put in extra good work, and they still try to give us a decent game, and they put in their heart in it. Big companies just fuck all of them, man. Okay, not all of them, because there are companies out there that still try, like I said. But then again, they just disappoint again. I just watched a video last time about what happened to Cyberpunk 2077 and how everyone was disappointed about the company. And to be fair, yes, it was a big shock, but I don't know. It's a company. We can never forget, these are companies. They're out for they're looking out for money. They want money. And the bigger the person gets and the more powerful he gets, the more greedier he is. Meaning he doesn't even care about the individual player. If you say I quit, he doesn't give a shit. The company doesn't give a shit. If 100k people quit, another 50 will join, another 100k will join. They won't care. As long as they see the numbers grow, they won't change. That's what I'm saying. The first thing to make a company change is to go to drastic measurements, to do something drastically. Because now imagine, no one's buying 2022. Imagine. They would lose a lot of money, and they would then start asking, maybe we should implement servers. Maybe they're also trying, maybe they're delusional also and don't know why no one bought it, and then try completely something different else. But at least they changed, But that won't happen, because there's always that core fan base, and then there's new players that don't know about the game. Bless their heart. They just came into it unlucky, bought it, game is shit. Happens. Company got the money, core fan base spent their money. They probably haven't lost anything, and it's sad. You can see it in the Pokemon games. The fan base still buying the games, even though sometimes it's just questionable. Why? I would love. To be fair, I'm not a Pokemon player. I've never played any old Pokemons. I wanted to play Pokemon. I wanted to get into it because it sounded like fun and it sounded like something I wanted to do. But wait, I need to move my character real quick. All right. It looked interesting and then I think I bought Pokemon Sword and Shield, which was okay for me as a starter, I'd say. I don't know what I heard on the internet. Some people say it was really good. Some people would say it was really shit. But from what I know, technical wise, it was a mess. And they charged full price for it. But oh well, Nintendo's a completely different topic again as well. Because Nintendo is, Nintendo. You win some, you lose some. Speaking of which, Nintendo Switch, the Switch sports game actually park. Online, not park. Because why? They also went for peer-to-peer. I'm posting a tweet, man. It's 2022. Please stop using peer-to-peer when there's some online multiplayer game, alright? Please, for the love of God. It is, if it's 4 or more people, don't use peer-to-peer. Especially not if it's 20 drivers. Stop! Please! Peer-to-peer is not tech. Please! I know servers are expensive. Just buy a small server. I don't care. Even if you're small. That's the thing. Some indie games even have better server stability. Because they at least invest for the fucking shittiest server they have. But that shittiest server at least does his job. Yes, you have a ping of 200 maybe, and you're like, how does that work? What is happening? But he put in thought, and he knows it's server based because if you put 4 more players in with peer-to-peer, that's not gonna work. One dude has a bad connection, and it's GG's. Yes, a 1-to-1 could work with peer-to-peer, but worst case example, Smash Bros. But I guess that works to some extent because it's just 2 people. It's completely different with 4 or more. It's completely different. Alright, enough ranting about video games now. Anime. One thing I also wanna do at the end. Anime. Dude. I am currently watching Love is War, Spy X Family, Komi-san. I wanted to get into that dude that has the catchiest opening. That anime that's like I don't know, that opening is fire. I haven't started watching it yet. What else? What am I currently watching? I don't think besides that I haven't currently watching. Oh yeah, with the girlfriend. Yes, I'm also watching that one. How's it called again? Wait, I'm gonna pull it up. I will find that anime real quick. Yes, Shikimori is not just a cutie. That anime. That's also an anime currently watching, which is similar to Dress Up Darling, but not at all like the anime. I like Dress Up Darling more. But Shikimori is also not a bad anime. It is very well drawn. Spy X Family, I mean, do I have to say something about it? Anybody that watches anime probably knows that. Even my mom watches Spy X Family, so I think at this point even non-anime fans know this anime. Komi-san, yeah, Komi Can't Communicate, that's how the anime is called. Season 2, by the way, currently watching. Really, it's still interesting. It's kind of starting to get boring a little bit. But it's still worth watching, so I'm currently watching that as well. Love is War. Oh my god, Love is War. Guys, if you haven't watched Love is War, currently we are season 3. Please watch it. It's so good. It's like comedy, love, romance, school type of genre, um, but hilarious as fuck. Really, we're season 3 now, and a friend of mine and me, we're both watching it together always, and we just sometimes can't stop laughing, man. Not, you know how anime sometimes are like, nice, I like that humor, nice, or I feel that, something like that, and but this anime straight up just makes you laugh, similar to Grand Blue. I don't know if you guys know Grand Blue, also good anime to watch. I recommend that. But even Grand Blue doesn't make you laugh sometimes so hard like Love is War does. I don't know what it is with Love is War. It's just so hilarious. That shit's like, I love that anime. And I wish I would have bought that one as a statue, but the statue that are popular. Some popular animes have really expensive statues. Also, by the way, I just recently bought these two, and I recently bought some statues. Currently have from Demon Slayer also Mugen and Nezuko-chan. These two I also bought. I can show you guys real quick. Here you go. I swear to God, Mugen, I like this. I know it's just way too late when I bought this, but I wanted initially to have him wear something black. It's more like greenish now here with a white shit. But after a while and after looking at it, it doesn't even look that bad, to be fair. But yeah, and dude, I love these statues. Like I said, I just recently got into that and I spent way too much money on it. Also bought ReZero because ReZero is my second to third favorite anime. Oof, those statues are also expensive. Holy fuck. I have no money anymore. I am broke as fuck. Which I already was before, but Ooh, speaking of which, there is AnimeCon coming to Düsseldorf. Düsseldorf. I think Düsseldorf. In Germany, which I'm attending to, and I'm hyped for it because holy shit, I've always wanted to go there, and I heard they have made cafes. So made coffees. You know what I mean? These made coffee places. I don't know. Might be cringe, might be pop, depending on how the experience is gonna be. But I'm hyped, and apparently you can meet Kiara, the VTuber. Oh my god, I probably won't get one because it's a lottery and you have to, and they draw it from a pool, and I'm never lucky. One thing you guys need to know about me, when it comes down to luck, I don't have it. I don't know or if even people like you guys have this, but when it comes down to luck, you can search ages for that here. I don't have luck, not in games, not in real life, nowhere. I have no luck when it comes to that. If it's RNG, well, I'm all towards the bottom half of the RNG. I always get the shit guard, the shittiest guard that exists. And that's also funny enough because in Italy we usually have quite a lot of mosquitoes, and my mom was always getting stung a lot, and she was always like, oh my god, I get stung a lot, blah blah blah, and I also got stung quite a lot. I'm also somehow just a magnet for these fucking mosquitoes. But the funny shit is, we once met friends in Venice, and we were there chilling with them, and then the one friend of my dad was like, yeah, I think my wife or the daughter, I don't know, really attracts mosquitoes, quite a lot of them, and she has the worst luck of when it comes down to mosquitoes. And then I knew at that point, oh my god, I'm screwed, because if it comes down to luck, even if you have worse luck, even if you have bad luck, I somehow manage to get worse luck than you do. If you have 1%, I have 0.1. If you have 0.1, I have 0.01 or 0% altogether. I don't know how that shit works, but somehow that works. Sometimes, yeah, if you have 0%, I have 0%, then it's a 50-50 who gets the bad luck, or we just get both. But I shit you not, that day or that night, I got stung by so many mosquitoes. I woke up, and now listen. He could have just also been lying, I don't know. But regardless of that, the fact still remains. My mom got stung a whopping 11 times. She had 11 mosquito bites in one night. 11. I had 14. 14 mosquito bites. I have no idea. I had more fucking venom in my blood than my own blood at this point. I was itching everywhere. 14. I don't know how many stings you can get before you pass out, before you have to get into a hospital or whatever. But 14, we counted because we were kind of doing a race, because that was the only thing at this point we could have done. But 14 times I got stung. 11 times my mom. We were all sleeping in the same room. By the way, I also have to mention, we were all sleeping in the same room. My dad got stung 0 times. My sister, 0. The other people we were sleeping with, the friends of my dad, I think once or twice they got stung. All the others, just me and my mom. We got everything. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if genetics. I don't know if I have this fucking best smelling blood. If it's just like caviar. I don't know what's going on. But yes, I got stung 14 times. That was not fun that day. Because now imagine heat, really like 38 degrees outside, and having 14 stings of mosquito bites. I gotta say though, I am so far lucky enough to not go outside quite a lot, meaning I don't get that many tick bites, and mosquitoes are also limited again. But when I go out, oh my god, tick bites, I already had one as well. So one is not much, I know, but really great for ticks, because ticks, I'm scared of them. I feel like they're more dangerous than mosquitoes sometimes, even though mosquitoes can fly and shit, But I don't know why, but I'm way more afraid from ticks than I'm from mosquito bites. For some reason, I don't know, maybe experience. Also, it is interesting that technically you could always live at home, never go outside, and still get a disease just from a mosquito. Isn't that insane? Imagine, you're just staying home, not minding life. I don't know, maybe get shit delivered. Yeah, of course you can get disease there as well, but just like the flu or some shit or other shit, but not something serious, And then just one mosquito in your room, and one day, and you're just completely fucked. If you have really bad luck, then you're just fucked. To be fair, I am grateful that at least I didn't get fucked that hard yet. But isn't that crazy? Technically, from now to tomorrow, a mosquito bite can just change your whole life, because I just wanted to. Actually, that's also a good point. There are a lot of people with AIDS, right? With HIV. And there are a lot of mosquitoes. Why don't we just do something against the mosquitoes then? Or like, I don't know. We how many people are we? Is there no one out there that is immune against HIV then? I mean, I just had this thought for a second now. But technically, we have so many people, and so many people already have HIV. How come there's no one that's resistant against it? I don't. To be fair, I don't know exactly how it works, how HIV works, and I'm very sorry if any one of you guys have it. But I'm just wondering, like any other disease, we always get away. We always find cures and shit. But why not for that? It does sound really sus. But then again, I don't know. I could just be talking shit out of my ass. Oh well. Well, that's my list completed. And I went on a tangent with with games. But yeah, I had fun. And like I said, I will just probably do this weekly. or every 2 weeks, however I want to do. Like I said, it is something I hope you guys enjoy. If you did listen to me, thank you very much. It means a lot. If you want to just join the conversation, come watch me on Twitch, twitch.tv copyrofire. I'm streaming these, and sometimes when I'm just playing games. If you want to comment it, feel free to say your opinion. I'm very happy to hear what you guys have to say to my topics I discussed today. And if not, future copy, I hope you live your life better right now. And I hope you accomplished at least some of your mini goals. If not, I'm very disappointed, and it is never too late to change and to start now. Please stop procrastinating more. Alright, and with that, thank you very much, guys. I will see you around.